Good afternoon and welcome to today's episode of NWCR's Removing a Liberal Blindfold for this, the 30th day of October in the year of our Lord 2025. One of the things that keeps people like Kamala Harris in the limelight is the American media's lack of pushback when leftists tell lies or doesn't answer their questions. Australian media will and does. From Western Journal and X comes this one. Watch, Kamala Harris fails to escape tough Aussie reporter after world-class pivot gets called out in face-to-face interview. Like I have said before, many times, the reason the leftists keep getting away with the crap they do is because no one in our media calls them out. Sarah Ferguson of Australian Broadcasting Corporation did just that, and this was written by Brian Chai. Please subscribe to our daily updates. They are recorded and placed on Rumble, BitChute, and YouTube for your convenience. Listen to the end and then like and subscribe to them so we can get promoted in the ratings so more can see the truth that our media is hiding. Thank you in advance. As a conservative, I truly cannot think of anything better than failed presidential candidate Kamala Harris getting back into the political arena. Seriously. Conservatives and Republicans should be lining up in droves to pump money and resources into her campaign to ensure we get a Harris or whatever 2028 ticket. There have been few, if any, political operatives with a more inflated sense of self-worth than Harris in recent history. Classic DEI drivel, she's full of it. Trump derangement syndrome, she's got a particularly advanced case of it. Word salads that would make the Riddler blush, practically her specialty. It's hard to think of a more direct and easy path to securing another 4 years of Republican leadership than to get Kamala on the presidential dais. Alas, it's going to take a lot of work to get her across that finish line because Harris, as has been the case, demonstrates an incredible knack for stepping on political rakes that are sticking up. Harris stepped on a rake this time and the reporter wouldn't let it go like all America's media would. Harris spoke with Australian Broadcasting Corporation's Sarah Ferguson for its 7:30 program, and the two covered a myriad of topics including her new memoir. Ferguson asked Harris whether gaslighting the American public about former President Joe Biden's obvious mental decline was something she had moved past yet. Quote, "Wasn't Joe Biden's refusal to recognize his own frailties the reason that you faced a nearly impossible task?" Unquote. Ferguson asked Harris in a perfectly fair and reasonable question about Harris's former boss. Kamala's response, quote, "I ran against Donald Trump," unquote. Ferguson, to her credit, wasn't buying it. Quote, "I want to interrupt you because that is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I ask you," unquote, Ferguson said. Harris made a face like her brain had to reboot real quick as Ferguson continued her inquiry. Quote, "Are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?" Unquote. Quote, "In what regard, please?" Unquote, Harris said, seemingly deflecting again. Ferguson asked again. Was it Joe Biden's decision, his failure to recognize his own frailties in that position, to put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race?" Unquote. Harris, handed a golden opportunity on a silver platter to finally excise herself of the deeply unpopular Biden-Harris administration, did what Dems do best when cornered, lie like snakes. Quote, "He was not frail as president of the United States." Unquote, Harris said matter-of-factly. Never mind, guys. I don't think there is any way to get Harris onto that 2028 ticket, not if she's going to continue to take PR lessons from her worst impulses. And now we'll remove the liberal blindfold. One of the things that is happening here in America with our media is the progressive communistic left keeps in play because the media won't call them out on it. Thankfully, some will. We have this one to thank from Australia, where Harris thought she could be treated like the American media does. They didn't. From the Bible it says from Proverbs 19, verse 9, "A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish." All I can say is thank God the American media are not the only ones out here, because if they were, no one would get the truth. Winston Churchill or Mark Twain once said, "A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes." The progressive left just can't seem to understand that when they lie, as they always do, it will be found out, and the longer it takes to find that out, the consequences of their lies will be much worse. Though I have to say, this was great to see. Thank you for watching, and as I will always say, we shall not be ruled. NWCR is heard through Conservative Nation Media, or C&M, from behind that silver microphone of freedom, with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world, where America always wins. Again, please like and subscribe to my video accounts on Rumble, BitChute, and YouTube, and then leave us your comments. Have a good day, and God bless you all.